Hey everybody, it's Chris again. We're going to be talking today about Madden NFL 16's gameplay. Overall impressions after a day of playing the game, that's about 10 to 15 games for me. First impressions, very high. This year's Madden definitely on the right track in almost every way it seems like. We're going to break down just about everything, so stay tuned, and if you're still on the fence about buying this game, hopefully this serves as a bit of help. The very first thing you're going to notice this year is that penalties are a thing in Madden now. Yeah, I know that's shocking. Everybody, take a seat. Let's calm down now. But penalties are a thing. They are called this year. If you play with the penalty sliders and boost them up, it actually gets kind of silly how many penalties happen. So be very careful when dealing with the penalty sliders this year. Okay. One of the big things that has been improved this year is the passing game in Madden. Inaccurate quarterbacks are going to be inaccurate, definitely so. Here's Cam Newton doing his very best impression of me. That was a great throw, I might add. So, you'll see that. Also, the wide receiver defensive back interactions obviously have gotten a huge overhaul. New catch animations, new jostling for position animations. You'll see all kinds of new stuff when it comes to the animations and how the game looks. The passing game, though, is not completely perfect. Throwing on the run, sometimes a little too accurate still. The big catches, crazy sideline catches, etc. Well, they seem to happen with some regularity. But at the same time, when it comes down to it, quarterback accuracy is just so much better. I mean, when you throw a ball that isn't perfect, receivers have to adjust to them. Defensive backs play much better to the ball. I mean, I've seen defensive backs do like that interception right there much better. And, you just see that happening, and it's just much better than it has been in the past couple years in Madden. Now, in terms of the running game, you see a lot more broken tackles. Some of them look a little wonky like these. They're a little strange, but they do exist, and they actually just look so much better. Now, personally, I think some of the runs do still look a little weird, some of the tackles, etc. It would seem that some of the one-on-one tackles could be a little bit improved. But overall, the running game, as far as where it was last year, it's a refinement once again. This is continuing the trend over the last couple of years of the run game in Madden, just becoming really, really good at this point. On the special teams front, it seems like the formula really hasn't changed. You receive the kickoff, you run straight ahead, as does everybody else, and you hope that there's a seam that opens up. Usually it won't. You'll end up with 20 to 30 yards, and that's where you're going to start every drive. Could be improved, but it's a minor complaint in the big scheme of things. Now, when it comes to AI, this is Madden's biggest weak point. It's still going to do some pretty questionable things at times. For instance, here's Teddy Bridgewater doing what rookie quarterbacks do, I guess, throwing across his body in the snow to the other team. Oops, that happens, I guess, in real life as well. But the gameplay, the AI play calling seems to be a little off still at times. It will call running plays, as evidenced by this call to running back Adrian Peterson. But at the end of the day, this was a game in the snow, and the quarterbacks just were throwing it all over the field. Probably shouldn't be the case. Overall, it does seem like the computer is a little too quick to abandon the run game, especially late in games when there's a few minutes left. It doesn't quite pick up on the fact you're actually midway through the quarter. That happens, I guess. It's something that's been a long-standing issue and needs to be corrected. With all that said, though, Madden this year on the field is just much better than last year, it seems like, in every way. Quarterbacks are much more realistic in how they throw the ball. The running game is improved. The new pass mechanics, such as the aggressive catching, run after catching, etc., they're all a big improvement. Madden certainly is a great playing football game. There's a lot to love on the field, a lot of nice little touches that have been added. It's really just an overall better package. We're going to have more on Madden's gameplay through the week. We're also going to be touching on it extensively in our review. All of this is coming up later this week. Stay tuned.